Hey guys, what's going on? It's Corey here from C4 Social. And have you ever heard that term, trust your gut? Well, does it apply to e-commerce? Yes or no? And why? Okay, so what am I talking about? So on a daily basis, I get to talk to lots of CEOs. In fact, I have weekly meetings with all of my clients, and they're with me personally. And during these meetings, I hear a lot of I feel or I think, but I don't hear a lot of what did the data say. And here's what I want to share with you. The truth is your subjective feelings are important. Your subjective feelings, just like mine, are probably based on your career and your life of being in whatever industry you're in, right? So what you tend to like might work a little bit, but what your customers like and what they give you matters more. So unless you are the avatar and you have had no opportunity to know anything about the brand that you own, which is not possible, right? Your subjective opinion really shouldn't matter too much. I'll give you a couple examples. These are real life examples from real life clients that I've dealt with, all right? And I love my clients. I absolutely love them. But sometimes their subjective opinions on what they like and don't like, their preferences get in the way of making the best decision for the company. All right, so there's two things you want to think about. And I guess we'll just talk about ads and we'll talk about landing pages real quick. So with ads, I had a client who had a lot of ads running. They were beautifully graphic designed. And this is years ago. This is like 5-6 years ago, okay? So they had wonderful ads running. They were very pretty. They showed the product. But they needed to have some different creative, to achieve some better click-through rates, capture attention, thumb-stopping creative, right, as Firestone calls it, right? So we came up with the idea to do some stop motion. And I'm not going to go into the type of client or anything. I'm just going to say that there were some t-shirts involved, all right? So we had a stop motion artist make some t-shirt-based creatives for us, and we ran them. And what we saw was a 6% click-through rate. Now, this is like 6 times higher than anything that they had running right now as far as click-through rate. But are the customers actually buying? Yes. In addition to the 6% click-through rate, they also had a 6 ROAS, a $6 return on ads, or a 6 return on ad spend, meaning that every dollar they spend, they made $6 back. The CEO saw the creative and they hated it. I said, just let me run it as a test. And they were like, I hate stop motion, but go for it. I did. It had a 6% click-through rate, a 6 ROAS, and he couldn't stand it. He actually had me kill the creative. So they went back to their normal 2 return on ad spend, 2 ROAS, and kept their creative going. That was an opportunity to scale something or spend more money on something that was actually resonating better with the audience than what the CEO was comfortable with. At that point, you kind of need to let the data speak for itself and make data-based decisions. It didn't happen. So it is what it is. We had another client who really, when they were building landing pages, or they were thinking I was building landing pages because it was part of our scope, they would say things like, I feel like this color, or I really like this feel, those kinds of things, right? And they asked us to build it the way that they wanted it. We did it. It didn't work at all. And so when I say it didn't work, I mean that the metrics were very clear. So on the creative side, everything was beautiful. The click-through rate, the add to cart, but the purchase just wasn't happening. The customer acquisition cost was way too high, and customers were abandoning cart. They weren't even making it to the cart. So it was something to think about. We rebuilt the landing page in 4 different variations, tested all 4 of them. We had a couple different things that we do. We have a template that we like, and that template I'd be happy to give to you as well. But there's some non-negotiables when it comes to building landing pages that you have to have. For instance, you have to have social proof, right? You have to have compelling copy. And no matter what you think about that copy, you need to make sure that that copy comes from real words from real customers. I'll give you an example, right? Go to Reddit and search any kind of Reddit thread for the product that you're trying to sell, right? Maybe it's deodorant or something. What are people saying about deodorant that they're struggling with? What are the things that they like about certain deodorants? Is it an antiperspirant? Is it a deodorant? Those kind of things, right? something to think about. Make your decisions, every decision you make, based on data, not so much on feelings. I find that a lot of CEOs lead with the heart, and it is really cool to see, and they care a lot. They want to change the world, but you kind of have to make it before you can matter. Don't buy the most expensive products because it's the right thing to do. Not saying to shortchange your customers, but definitely keep your numbers and your data very close to the heart so you can figure out how to make the best decisions objectively to help your brand achieve what it wants to achieve. Hey, I hope this helped. I'm going to get out of here. You know where to find me over at c4social.com. You can find a full list of everything that we've done, all the clients that we've worked with, at least a sample of the clients we've worked with. We've been doing this for 12 years, so hundreds of clients that we've worked with over the years. But we keep our client list small now. We really do keep it to no more than 10 and at any given time. And that's the kind of business that I like to run. And so if that jives with you and you want to learn more, hit us up over at c4social.com. Till next time, see you soon. Bye.